Welcome back to Jackson's Music Collection. Now, today I am going to show you some of my favorite prog rock albums. Now, in no particular order, I just picked a few out of my prog rock list that I enjoyed listening to, and I'm going to show you some of them. Now, some of them I do have on CD and vinyl, and some I don't. So I'm gonna just show you the ones that I do have on vinyl, and I'm probably have my buddy Alex edit in the ones that I don't have. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, first up, one of my favorite prog rock albums. One is "We Can't Dance" by Genesis, which came out in 1991. This album is probably one of my favorite Genesis albums, other than Invisible Touch, which you'll see. I like 70s Genesis. I love Steve Hackett when he was the guitarist. I love Steve Hackett, but We Can't Dance is a pretty good Genesis album, pretty good prog album. It has a lot of classics on it, a lot of good songs like I Can't Dance and what's the name of that? Since I Lost You, that's the one. Up next is Alpha by Asia, which is probably my favorite Asia. My favorite Asia album is Alpha. It's probably one of the best albums by Asia. Uh, Don't Cry is the first track is outstanding. All the other tracks are outstanding. It's perfect 80s prog. It's outstanding, amazing. Especially because it has Greg Lake. Wait, is that no, it has Carl Palmer. My bad. My apologies. It has Carl Palmer on drums. I knew one of the members from Emerson Lake and Palmer in it, but I didn't remember which member. It was Carl Palmer that was a part of it. It has Carl Palmer on drums, which is outstanding. It's amazing. Up next, Every Good Boy Deserves a Favor by the Moody Blues. Now I've recently gone into the Moody Blues, and this is a pretty good. I enjoy the 70s Moody Blues. I like 80s and I like 60s, but 70s Moody Blues is where it's at for me. It's just amazing. Next up, Breakfast in America by Supertramp. This is some great progressive rock, progressive pop. Has a whole lot of good songs on it. I got every song on here I know the words to. I know the lyrics. I know the entire how the beat, the guitar when all everything starts kicking in. My favorite track off of it is probably it's hard to choose. It's either between the Logic song "Goodbye Stranger" or "Breakfast in America." They're all the songs on here are outstanding. Now, next up is "Invisible Touch" by Genesis, which is probably my favorite Genesis album. Amazing album. It has everything from In Too Deep, Invisible Touch, the Brazilian Domino, the Brazilian, which was in the movie When the Wind Blows, about the couple well, quote unquote, survive a nuclear war. If you haven't seen the movie, go ahead and watch the movie. The movie's it's a good movie, but it has a lot of. This album has so many good songs on it. Amazing. Now the next album I don't have on vinyl, but I will. Alex, please edit in right here. Uh, it is "Close to the Edge" by Yes. Close to the Edge by Yes. It is a great album by Yes. Probably my favorite Yes album. And there's 3 tracks. It came out, I believe, in '72, and it's just outstanding. It's my favorite album by Yes. It has all 3 songs are outstanding. They're like long. They're all the songs are long, but they're just outstanding. Next album we have Emerson Lake and Palmer's self-titled album, which is amazing. Knife Edge is awesome. The Barbarian is amazing. Lucky Man, amazing. All the tracks on here are awesome. No, it has Emerson Lake and Palmer, my favorite prog man. It's just if I can whip this album out and listen to it. Pretty much if any other albums, I can sit down and listen to it throughout and not get bored of it. It is Emerson, Lake and Palmer have a great discography. Now the next two I don't have on vinyl, but I will be getting one of them on vinyl probably. I don't exactly know when I'm gonna get it, but I know I ordered it and it should be coming. And that is Spectacular Mornings by Steve Hackett. Like I was saying, Steve Hackett is probably I love Steve Hackett when he was part of Genesis, and he is a pretty good prog artist. He was amazing in Genesis, and his solo career is outstanding. Tiger Moth. If you haven't listened to Tiger Moth, listen to Tiger Moth. That is an outstanding song. And the next album, again, I don't have it on vinyl. Well, it is one of my favorite albums. I don't know. I discovered a new album by this band like a week ago, and that album might beat this album, but as of right now, my favorite album is by this band is Red by King Crimson. Red, Alex edited in, please. But Red is outstanding. Starless is an amazing track. How I discovered Starless and that entire album is because I watched the movie Mandy with Nicolas Cage, and that beginning part is just that like the scene in the beginning of the movie was outstanding. That track really made me go and listen to that album, and the album that's what made me get into King Crimson because I remember I was listening to the one album, the only album by King Crimson is Court and Crimson King. That was literally the only album I was listening to by them. But listening to that track really expanded my variety of King Crimson. I started listening to a lot of their albums, and that's like I said, I discovered an album last week called Thorak, and that one might end up beating Red because I don't know. Dinosaur is a great track. The album came out in '95. I mean, I'm probably end up listening to it again, but it is a great album. Now, the final album is Trilogy by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Of course, it's my favorite prog rock art album, favorite by my favorite prog rock artist. This is an album that I know every track off of it. My favorite track is In This Enigma Part 1. That first track is outstanding, amazing. I guess I can sit down, like I said, I can sit down and listen to any of their albums, and I know every single word to every single song. The Sheriff, from the beginning, amazing album, amazing album. Well, that was it for Jackson's favorite prog rock albums. Now, hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll catch y'all later. Adios.